Hi, everybody. Oh, I have to sign into my own chat. Oh, that's crazy talk, dog. Hold on one sec. Cool. Hey, what's up, Topple? How you doing? How are you? I am, yeah, I do not have a mat out currently. I have several mats. I don't have one specific that I have out or anything, because, I mean, this is a mat for the desk, right? So effectively just a way for me to go about doing that. But anywho, what we are doing today is a little bit more bulk sorting. I have a lot I have to go through, and frankly I want to make sure to get it done as soon as possible here, so I am simply just utilizing my time wisely and hanging out with y'all while I do it. Okay. So the next thing I know is that I need to close this up. Oh God. I'm not complaining about the word. Yeah, no kidding, dude. That's how I felt. I just picked up a whole bunch of bulk from an individual, and boy howdy, I did pretty much the same thing. I got like 6 play sets of Sync, which was just like bonkers, because that's a lot of Syncs. So to have that happen was pretty cool. But we're in the opening this stuff up, and or not opening it up, but sorting it all, getting it all set up. I know this is all arc, and this is crew. So get the arc stuff done here. Reduce, drawn, reduce, amplify, reduce, S, reduce, read the room. Son of a bitch. Reduce, and Moss Guys is crew. So there's that. I think anything that is foil, we should probably just keep to a separate pile. It looks like most of this is foil. I know I had a... I guess it explains why a lot of these are in sleeves. That one's not foil. These are not foil. They're not foil. These can probably get taken out of the sleeves. But funny enough, on top of what I had gotten that I just recently just went through and sorted, I had... I should do this all in. They're all... So this... Okay, it's here. Okay. So this really is what goes here, and then this goes into the back. Or foils. Do the same for this. I'll have the foils. Any foils from this I will put to the side. look like anything. 3 cash-ins though. Kind of cool. If I'm more in the Outboxing, yeah. Yeah, we had so funny enough, the stuff that I went through, I expected to get like nothing. I essentially just took it out of the case, or out of the box I was given, that, or the tub that it all was in, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna shove it into these 5,000 count boxes, and I'll organize it later, and we'll just like, whenever you get bulk, you just kind of have to have the assumption that the person that you got it from picked through it, and that it's not going to be available all the time. But funny enough, I was looking through some of these things, and their uprising bulk was kind of crazy. This is like kind of insane that this stuff was just hanging out in this person's bulk. So now the person who gave it to me was not the owner of this bulk. They got it from a friend of theirs who was looking to downsize on bulk, or didn't want bulk anymore, and this is the reason why you should definitely sort your bulk, because you got 2 Torrent Tempos, 2 That All You Got, 2 Erase Faces. We also got we got a lot. These are all Majestics that I found out of this. So not only that, but we also got a Rainbow Foil Hypothermia and 3 non-foil copies, a Rainbow Foil Double Strike, a Rainbow Foil Searing or Spreading Flames, a Spark of Genius, and a Blood Rush Bellow, a Rainbow Foil Savage Beatdown from Dynasty, Brainstorm in Rainbow Foil, Singing Steelblade, Sand Sketch Plans. Like, these are all Majestics that were in here. And like, most of them are not really like expensive, but the fact of the matter is that I've got all of these here now. So I've got more cards to trade, more cards to keep to my collection. But yeah, it's pretty sick. So I highly suggest that you check your bulk if you are going to be giving bulk to an individual. Okay, these are all equipment. Heroes, equipment, heroes, equipment, heroes, equipment, heroes, and then cash in. Yeah, right. The totems can be used in LL. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff in there that was like pretty good as far as it's considered. So I've seen this sort of box multiple times. Where do you find a box like this? Are you talking about this, like this thing? The thing that I'm using to sort my cards? Or are you talking about like a 5,000 count box? Alright, so I guess these are really the only things that go back in there. This. And then we'll do the items. We'll do Brute, Warrior, Ninja, Runeblade, Technologist, Ninja, Ranger, Guardian, Ninja, Wizard, then generic. Just like that. This you can just find online. I think this is a Ultra Pro. Maybe it's not Ultra Pro. It's one of those. It's just you just look up like card sorting box. I'll see if I can find the link and send that to you. But they're pretty inexpensive. Most of them are pretty easy to find. Let me see. Let me finish this up here, and then I'm going to give you that. Mech merch. Boom, 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 and then boom. that's all that there. Let's see if I can buy it. Because they're usually like, this isn't like a special like card sorting box. Card sorting tray. Where's the one that I specifically use? This one. BCW. This. Oh, too many fucking characters. Okay. If you look up this on Amazon. That's what that is called. BCW card, basic trading card sorting tray. This is the exact one I'm using. There are plenty of other ones that are available. If you want a smaller one that doesn't have these side pieces here and you just want like these ones, takes up less space kind of deal depending on what your needs are. So, yeah. Okay, so now we have to go through our one stuff. Which there's a lot of. Know that we're going to get. Yes, yeah, just Amazon. Amazon is where I bought this off of. I think like some LGSs tend to sell stuff like this. But most, I've never seen one there. Yeah, you can buy a 5K card box on Amazon as well. Those are also available at your local game store also. But honestly, you could find any of the stuff on Amazon. It's probably easier that way. As much as I hate having to be like, yeah, go shop on Amazon, but it is what it is, so. Okay. A lot of hero stuff there. Wizard, generic, warrior, generic, guardian, mechanologist, runeblade, ninja. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Good old white border cards. Good old white border cards. Love to see them. I think this might be one where I and just sorting them through my hand. They're a little bit easier to do if I just filter through them. Makes it easier to sort them by class. Snapback. Holding. Zap. Yeah, I buy a 5K card box for like $10 at my locals. So that's about what they should be going for. I probably wouldn't buy them for anything more than that. But if you can't buy them at your locals, Amazon will certainly be able to assist in there. In terms of hype, do you think any of the new heroes might be good coming into Commoner? I think Puffin might be some really good Commoner shenanigans. Well, I mean, again, this is another first because for one, not only are we obviously getting Necromancer, a new class, but we're getting dual class heroes in Commoner. We've only ever had talent and class heroes. This is the first time a dual class hero is in Commoner. And so I don't know what the repercussions are of how they're going to build two classes in the same set, but I think that obviously we just kind of have to determine where like the power level lies. For instance, being able to draw a card on Crank, pretty good, but this is of the assumption that you're going to be running a whole bunch of no blocks with Crank. and you have to crank twice, and of course, like, you can create cogs. The cogs crank also, so it's like play a thing, crank it, make a cog, crank it, and then draw a card. But I don't. That's a lot of hoops to draw one card. So it's not entirely like a crazy thing. I know Mechanologist in general got like a huge buff now that Icelander's not in the meta anymore. So I'd only imagine it's not like it's gonna be an awful choice for sure. But I do think that there is still some stuff that we have to figure out, obviously. But I'm hyped to see. I mean, anytime a new set comes out, I'm always hyped to see what it's going to do in Commoner. I think the bans that happened recently are just like far too insane, and so with such insane bans, we're probably just going to see an insane level of different play patterns and styles and stuff. But I think that overall, if you can beat Enigma, you're in a good spot. If you can't beat Enigma, you're kind of dead in the water at that point. But like, I think that obviously I would like to see what kind of stuff I'd like to see what kind of stuff Gravy Bones can do in Commoner, because I'd imagine we're going to be in a situation where a lot of the allies that are good are going to be in Rare or Majestic, and then the allies that are just like kind of okay are in so kind of like Dromai, right? Dromai is kind of only allowed to play Ashwings in Commoner. So Pirate later in the year. I mean, I don't know if we will, because that's the thing. If we consider High Seas obviously to be an all pirate set, then technically all the support pirates will probably need is in High Seas. It's Necromancer I'm worried about, because while Gravy Bones is getting a armory deck, it's gonna give them like 2 new cards in the main deck and then a suite of equipment, and maybe that's like it. But I think with Pirate specifically, obviously this entire set, like, that is what I wanted from this directly, because I knew that if they were going to make a pirate set where pirate is a class, then they would have needed to make an entire set that's pirate, right? An entire set that is pirate centric, strictly because if they didn't, there would not be enough cards in their card pool to effectively work in Constructed. And that's what they did for Pirate, but they also added in Necromancer. So they added 2 new classes, which is just like crazy to me. And then on top of adding 2 new classes, like, there's a whole bunch of this other stuff that's like chase cards and what have you. So there's a lot going on in the set for what it's worth. This is also great finds, by the way. If you're going through your bulk, you're able to find Null Rune stuff. Super good. Okay, get this here. Ninja. This Ranger. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun set. I don't know if it's going to shake up anything too much, but we'll see. I think whatever the hell the Ranger is going to do is going to be wild to me, because the Ranger does something with these cannons that we're unaware of. We don't know what a cannon is in the set. We just know that they exist and that things trigger them. This is why I hate sorting through these multiple class sets. It's just so much additional stuff. so much more here. I'll ruin this. Like lock in and make it so it's not as terribly annoying for me. Let's see. But like that's the other thing is we also have in August there is the Mastery Pack Guardian that's coming out, and then also on top of it there is Smash Palace, whatever Smash Palace is, so a new format thing or whatever. So new Necromancer like a few sets out. I mean, maybe. I guess it's just like, I don't know. I'm curious to see what else they'd like to do with Necromancer and how they could change it, right? Because obviously the class should be based around raising things from the dead. But like when you take a look at something like a Draconic Necromancer, how do you make like that? If you do like a talented Necromancer like Shadow, right? A Shadow Necromancer or something. How would you utilize that and make that specific to its own thing? So, son of a bitch. I'm right. I know what I was doing. Yeah, get to yapping and I just forget. No. That's not where you go. No, it's not where you go. But it definitely is. It's definitely trying to fill the role of Dromai in regards to having to jump through hoops to create allies. But I guess like the synergy between Necromancer is really like kind of what I'm curious about, because if you're Dromai's dragons, you could block with 3 with them and like summon 1 when you get the chance. These are like, you don't ever want them in the arena because if they, well, not that you don't ever, but like getting them in the arena means you can't use them again. So you want to be able to mill them or discard them and then be able to play them and attack with them. I don't know. There's a whole thing occurring there, but yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I think that obviously, like, with the ability of these classes and talents, like being able to mix and match them is going to eventually be something that is just like really tested. But I think for right now, at least, like we haven't gotten a new class since Dynasty. So it is really, really nice to see that we're getting new classes. I just don't, I just know how long it took for that class to become like in its prime or like to find its identity. And like when they initially made Assassin, they made it very contract based, and then they were like, no, we don't actually like contract, let's make it stealth instead. And then like all the contract cards just like didn't, obviously besides like the Majestics, like most of them just didn't do good anymore, and it was something that people avoided. So I'm curious if this initial iteration of Necromancer is going to be something they keep, or if it's going to be something they're going to change down the line and be like, oh yeah, no, we actually we don't like the concept of getting the things back from the grave, so like instead we're just gonna, I don't know, dance around it. Yeah, I mean, they're okay, but when you think about the premier assassin deck, you only think of the 3 contract cards in most cases, which is Leave No Witnesses, Eradicate, and Surgical Extraction. Those are usually the only ones that are in the deck. Sometimes some of them will use things like Already Dead, but those are really it. Like, that is really it. Outside of that, most people aren't running things like Fleece the Frail or Plunder the Poor or any of those other ones there, just because like there's not a lot of value, because most of the cards that get printed in support for Assassin say this card works with stealth. And so because there aren't any real cards that say like this does a really good thing for a contract card, then it just doesn't end up floating very well to the masses, it seems. Although some people are still really, really high on like contract Arachne. But that's just what they like, you know? Yep, that's right. I was like, where the fuck? Okay, this. Having to organize HP1 is cancerous, and I don't wish this upon anybody. I don't wish this upon anybody. Yeah, there we go. See? Right there. Red Fate, Red Sync. Pretty cool. Then we got this over here. Did it without a sorting tray? Yeah, no, I mean, I can certainly probably do it without a sorting tray, but like, I would rather not. I would much rather not. I'd much rather utilize the sorting tray and let me be able to get at least a somewhat of a semblance of cards and where they go and where they need to be. Yeah. Definitely not a fun time. Okay. 0, this. But this is my like 4th run through with organizing HP1, so not in an awful spot. I at least know what I'm doing when it comes to this. Some Null-Rune gloves, that's cool. It's me all weekend. Oh yeah. I'm telling you. Great Dane, welcome on in. It is something else being able to just like sit here and have to organize all this. But it's rewarding because it means that I just like I have it all set up. I don't have to worry about being like, oh, where do these cards go? So with the packs, and I sorted all classes, a stack of cards and pairs into piles. So many tunics, nice. Yeah, HP1 is great. HP1 is seriously such a wonderful set. I don't know why this was a set that was like so passed up. I think it's just the white border was the reason why people passed it up, which is insane to me. Like, it's insane to me to think that like now when you look back at HP1 in today's economy, people would kill for a set like this, right? If they released HP1 again to the States, it'd make a killing. But it's, you know, back in the day, it was not anything that people were just like, oh yeah, no, I really want this. So, alphabetically. Oh, I do mine alphabetically too. Right now, I'm doing it by set, and then by class, and then alphabetically, and then by color. So, trust me, I'm right there with you, my friend. But like, I think HP1 would make a killing today, but nobody can find the boxes for it because it's out of print. And it's just like, I don't know. With the amount of times people are complaining for reprints, and then we can go, hey, here's HP1. All told, I've opened 6 CNC, 5 E-Strike, and 4 R1. Nice, there you go. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to get out of there for HP1. Because, I mean, CNCs are still going for a lot. E-Strikes are still going for a lot. Art of War, obviously, is like pennies on the dollar now, but they're still good to have because you can still play them in LL. So, it's still good to have them. Okay. Into this. Wizard, Ranger, this. No reprintings. Current I play Fang. Oh my gosh. I mean, I at least keep a playset. You know what I mean? Like, keeping a playset's at least important for in case you're ever playing a hero where it's like, oh hey, that actually might be good. But I've said many times we need more history packs or unlimited printings. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think that the allocation, or I think that the print run of like sets right now is fine. I think the issue right now is that we're getting more and more people into Flesh and Blood, more stores into Flesh and Blood. And when that happens, we run into an issue where, you know, X stores are allocated for X amount, and then some stores are allocated for less because they don't have as much of an attendance. And then, like, with that continuously growing with every set, there's more and more people attempting to open boxes, whether that also be people like, you know, you and I, who are getting cards and opening them ourselves. I think that the allocation or the print run is fine. I just don't think that we need to like overprint or anything, you know what I mean? But I do think that something like a history pack would provide a lot of value to the community, even if it costs like half the price of what it costs currently. I've only had interest in bonks or slashes. There you go. Nothing like a good bonk. You use E-Strike in Guardian too, though, don't you? It's been a minute since I played Guardian, so I'm unaware of that fact. Goliath. Why? I haven't seen a box of Rosetta since November. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why Rosetta hasn't been able to be brought back out. Like, Rosetta sold, I mean, to be fair, Rosetta sold really well, but Rosetta was available for like a long time. And honestly, I don't think it was until at least in my area, I don't think it was right until the Hunted that I stopped seeing them in stores, just because of allocation. So oh yeah. Well, it's exactly it, right? If it doesn't work for you, then you can take it out and make it useful somewhere else. Oops, that's a guardian. It's a warrior card. Enchant. A lot of red Sigil of Solace too, which is kind of nice. Plunder runs too. Can't complain about that. Mauve, this. Third Ranger. I'm gonna finish up the stack real quick and then catch up with y'all. I'm almost done with this. It's the same. He listed the last two armory decks as for sale and sold out the same day. Wow. Snatches when you have your reprint snatch. I actually didn't even know. I didn't know. I've not looked at the Aurora Armory deck, but seeing that they reprinted Arc Lightning was really good. And they should have at least probably put one copy of Channel Lightning Valley in there, but I know they also reprinted Snatch and Sink Below in Bolton, in the Bolton Armory deck. They also reprinted those in there. You got red sink belows and red snatches. And then now they're going for like $5 online. Okay. Never like Bolton, I don't know why. No, he's fine. KO Bolton and Azalea in the story to get my other ones from TCG player. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Even if you take a look at the KO Armory deck, I think last I checked, the KO Armory deck was going for like $100 on TCG player. So if you can pick that up for 40 at your locals, like, probably do that. Because those also were like tightly allocated for what it's worth. So I don't know. All I know is I purchased a KO deck. I got a Bolton deck. I got the Azalea deck. And then I got the Jarl deck. And then I think that's it. I think the only ones I haven't gotten yet are Dash.io and Aurora. I don't know if there are any more. Yo, what's up, Bob? How you doing? Long time no see. How are things? Alright, let's see here. Sorting this stuff. I'll mine locally for 25 during the big sale. Young 2, one for myself, one for whoever's looking to play one. Nice. Yeah, things are going good over here, Bob. We're just we're sorting some cards here, getting some chatting with the community. I have some bulk I picked up from a local, and so I'm just sorting it, getting it ready to put it into decks. Because effectively what I'm doing right now will eventually lead to me being able to make decks like this, where pretty much what I do is I take the bulk, I build decks for people to have, I put them in a team bag, and then I just give these out to LGSs near us to promote the game and play the stuff. So life's been good since, I mean, yeah, the move was still super great. I mean, we're still out here in Colorado, so it's been good. I'm in a new job. My girlfriend's continuing to get promotions at her job, so we're in we're doing good. We're still in the same place that we initially moved to, but I know that we're having talks about possibly moving again to some place that's a little bit bigger, because we don't have a ton of space here, and we just continue to get more things, but never any more space. And so I'm just like, well, we can downsize a lot of stuff for sure, but I think overall it'd be just like nice to have a little bit more space to have things. Yeah, otherwise things have been good. Hopefully life's been good for you as well. Hopefully Magic is still treating you good, or at least treating you okay. I can't. Here's some more red fates and red sinks. So let's see here. Boop. This. Okay. So much shit. We seem to fill the space. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm telling you, we have like maybe I would say maybe, I don't know, 1,300 square foot, somewhere around that, and like, it's not tight by any means. Like, a lot of the bulk that I'm utilizing, I'm hoping to get rid of and then like downsize a lot of these boxes. But outside of that, most of it is just like stuff we get, like decorations for our place and kitchen utensils pots and pans, things like that. And then like next thing we know, we're just like, oh, we don't have shelf space. Oh, we don't have we don't have space for anything. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we're just gonna put it on the patio. Hope for the best. So, I hope that we aren't going to have tap mechanic be the kind for high seas. I kind of hope it was a temporary soul situation. No, it's gonna be tap. I'm pretty confident. I don't mind the fact that it's a tap because let's be entirely honest, right? Let's be entirely honest. When you, where is she? When you activate Azalea, when you activate Azalea's ability, if you play Azalea and you activate her ability to take the top card off of your deck and put it in your arsenal, what do you do with her? You tap her. That is something that people just started doing naturally. To notate on the board, hey, this ability has been used for the turn. I will not be using it again. So that is a way for them to essentially, on this card, it says once per turn action. Instead of saying once per turn action, they can just cut that part out and have it just say action. And then that way, you know that the cost is to tap it. You can do it at action speed, and that's just it, right? How it's going to work as a keyword when there are things like 5-block? What about the 5-block thing matters? Because you have to tap an ally, right? So effectively, I would imagine what just the case is that like once something is tapped, its ability has been used. But I mean, I guess when you also think about here like Chum, right? Because he's got an action speed tap and an instant speed tap. So I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, essentially, it's a utilizing your allies as a way to pump up your actions. That's kind of the concept for it. It's very, very big. You know, if you're playing like Selesnya, right? In Magic, you're like convoking things where you're able to tap your own creatures to pay costs for things, right? To make stuff more powerful, etc. So. We each build a deck from a single box. You can use many copies of cards you pull. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Like sealed commander raids. That's fun. Good to know y'all are still working on those commander raids things. I have pretty much stepped fully away from Magic at this point. I can't keep up with it. Frankly, I don't care for it as much now that they've added a lot of these Universes Beyond stuff to it. And so I am just like not excited for it anymore. But I'm always happy that other people are still enjoying it, right? So did it for the first time last night, really fun. Looking forward to the Final Fantasy experiment. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, totally. I think like that's the thing, right? Is I don't ever want to say that people who like UB are like bad or dumb or anything, right? Because I know there's a lot of people online who in the Magic community who are very vocal about their hate for UB and that everybody else should also hate UB. But like at the end of the day, like the population of Magic the Gathering is growing tenfold, and it's because of UB. It's not because, you know, the deep, rich Magic the Gathering lore. Like, it is simply because people have favorite things. Like, I literally just told my friend yesterday who was big into Final Fantasy, and more specifically Final Fantasy 14. And he said that he was looking to get into, like, a game, and I let him know that Y'shtola from Final Fantasy 14 is going to be in Magic the Gathering in a standard set, but more importantly, she's also going to get a commander deck that, you know, is going to have a whole bunch of other Final Fantasy 14 like tropes and things and all that jazz, and also all the other Final Fantasies are going to be like present as well. And he's just like, oh shoot, I might have to buy a deck, and like he's never played Magic, so it happens. I mean, it's quite literally a thing that occurs, but you're not bad and dumb, Bob. Stop it. But I'm happy people are enjoying it, and I'm happy that they're seeing success with it. I just know that like when I initially started, I was really excited to get into the Magic the Gathering lore. I was really excited to like learn sets and take my times with them and do all that. And then all of a sudden, like within a matter of like a year, it went from like, okay, cool, I'm collecting Magic the Gathering, I'm playing more Magic the Gathering, I'm kind of getting more familiar with Commander. And then I just immediately went, okay, not only do I not like the UB stuff, but I also think I just don't like Commander. And so I stopped playing. And I moved over to Flesh and Blood. And I've been very, very happy with Fab, for what it's worth. So outside of me having to organize all this bulk, I guess, you know, theoretically I don't have to organize it. I should organize it. It is very, very important that I do organize it. But yeah, frankly couldn't care less. Yeah, and there you go. I mean, like I said, like it's specific towards certain things. Like, don't get me wrong, I think every time I look at a set that is not a UB set, I think, dang, I wish I played more Magic. Like Dragonstorm, that's coming out soon for Tarkir. I'm like, dang, that set looks sick. Not only is it a whole bunch of dragons, my favorite, you know, typal in Magic the Gathering, but it's a throwback to Tarkir, which is just all about like the clans and the dragons and all this other stuff. And like, I think that's really cool. So I was like, shoot, I kind of want to get some of that. But then I thought to myself, like, one, why? Like, I don't play. And two, if I am going to play, or if I am going to get those cards, I'm just going to do it since I can like collect them, and not because I'm going to play them. Because I already rarely have the time to play Flesh and Blood in person, let alone play Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm definitely in the camp of, like, it's all fantasy, so, like, it's not really the end of the world. So, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's all fantasy at the end of the day. So, it's whatever people are willing to do with it. But even still, I mean, like, the Lord of the Rings set, again, like, it's a Universes Beyond set, but it's sold so incredibly well, so much so that they made a holiday set around it, and then that set also sold more and is now like one of the most like rare sets in Magic the Gathering. And it's just like, I don't know, it's wild to me that these IPs are just like driving so much of the market. But I care a lot about lore. I mean, like, obviously, if I want to stick directly to like closer, what do you call it? Closer, accuracies, I guess. Like, I tend to stick to just like the original stuff anyway. That's like when I first saw, I read Aragon in high school, and then I went to go see the movie, and boy howdy, did that entire movie was just like completely different from the book. But you know, when it's creative freedoms aside, you know, it's or when you have the ability to do creative freedoms more specifically, it does tend to allow for changes like that to occur. So, but I'm not shooting myself in the foot for it. I'm not like, oh my god, how could they ruin something like Lord of the Rings for me? Like, I don't care enough. I love the series. It's one of my favorite high fantasy series, but I don't care enough to be like, ooh, they changed a character. Actually, gotcha mines. All right, well, best of luck in the mines. Hopefully they treat you well. He's going off to the mines to gather hot waifus for the cause. That's what we're doing. We're gathering the waifu. Whoops, that is a generic Alex. So happy we're almost done with this stuff here. 4% martial operates for weapon grids. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, anything below a 10% drop rate, I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'll be here forever. guess I'll just die. Okay. This. Doing the box CR decks. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I don't see why you shouldn't. I think it's a pretty good call, especially if it's already like, get a new set, make a deck out of it. Like, skip sets you don't want to make decks out of because you might not like the theme or something, you know? Oh, we're done here, thank God. It takes 90 seconds. Oh, woof. Okay, well, I guess that's not terrible. I guess that's not that bad. Okay, let's go ahead and... Do you have tokens in there? I just saw weapons and armor. Did only see weapons and armor. Okay, so it goes there. Generics. There's to be a lot of wizard, warrior, runeblade, ranger, surging strike, Rawls, max. This, and we move into here. Cool. So this will get set up in here. Savage Pack Hunt, Smash Instinct, R, Riled Up. Right, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I don't think it's going to be for that one specific one, right? So you'll be there for a while. Certainly. Savage Swing, Savage Feast, Breakneck, Evil, Smash Instinct, Savage Feast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it almost made it to where it needed to go. That would have been so cool. Evil Bellow, Pack Hunt, Smash Instinct. Swing. Batter, batter. HG the box openings, deck building on our member streams. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, that would be, I mean, that is great member content. I mean, effectively just kind of going through and having those happen. I know, I have to try, I'm trying to figure out, I think I might want to make like the market content I do for Fab. be my member only content, just because I know I've been very, very bad about uploading my podcast. So I'm just like, all right, what do I do? Maybe this was easy. This is all monarch. All monarch. Okay, here. Deck hunts. Good old whiteboard stuff. All right. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty stoked to get all of this sorted and done. And then what I can do is I essentially just like will merge these boxes together, these 5,000 count boxes. They have other ones with these sets already in them and organized, and so effectively what I do is I just take these sets and I go, okay, cool, like these are ones that I already have organized. Let me just take all these cards, put them in there, get them set up for combining, so that way I know what I have. All good there. We're gonna need a lot more space for these, probably. Crush, choke. Stonewall, choke slam, stonewall, emerging dominance. Do have a debilitate, okay. Some of these cards got reprinted in this set and some didn't, and so I need to just kind of take the time to figure out what did and didn't. Disable. Oh, well, there's a blessing. Have a gun. Okay. Blessing, disable. This is going to need to go down here. DI, except this is going to go right here because this is going to need to get moved over. We have cartilage crushes. Choke slam. Debilitates. Where it's going to get a little confusing for me initially, just because I'm going to forget what cards exist. Where? Staunch response goes right here. Titan, emergence, cartilage, yes, debilitate, stonewall. Oh, see, I almost did it. Almost did that. 2 debilitates, crush, cartilage, choke slam, debilitates. Crush. These were like everywhere in all different kinds of places. Jesus. Okay. Now we're done with these. In that same vein, I mean, like, effectively what I've been doing is I've been making these decks for folks to play with all this bulk, which I've been very, like, happy to do, because for one, it allows me to utilize my bulk in a way that it isn't just sitting in my house. But two, the more important thing is that it gets more people to play Flesh and Blood for like free. You know, I feel like a lot of people would really learn to enjoy a game if they didn't have to spend any money to like first get to play it. And so with me being able to just go around and be like, all right, cool, I've made these decks for you know, anybody who seems interested in learning Flesh and Blood. You can utilize them to play yourselves should you wish. And then go from there. So I plan to give them out to a bunch of players at the convention I'm going to soon. That way people just have them. A little like Blitz collection effectively going on right now. Okay. Throttle, combustible, overloop, throttle, combustible, overloop, throttle. Zipper, zero, zipper, combustible, zipper, overloop. Whoops. That's correct. JK element O. Ether sync, metal to the metal. Ignition nodes. Cog. First part is remembering the alphabet. The alphabet's the hardest part. Optical monocle. Dissipation stuff. I forgot there's all these different items that exist. Dissipation sphere. Overloop. Overloop ignition nodes. There it is. Convection amplifier. See. And so literally just one over. Too many items these dang mechanologists got. Too many items and not enough places to put them. Talk about clutter. Throttle, dissipation shield, 0 to 60, optical monocle. Overloop, pedal, high speed, pedal. Okay, so this is all one color. This is all one color. Here, I'm out of my Thai tea. It was ad. Need more Thai tea. Action amplifier is all one color. This is all one color. Impact. One color. All one color. These are just like width collections. Interesting. Did not expect them to just be Blitz playset. Expected more out of them. Ninja stuff. It's gonna have a lot of things in it too, probably. R, S, R, Surge, Soul, Whelming, Torrent, ST. Bittering Thorns, Leg Tap, Blackout Kick, LMNOP, Crane Dance, R, Rushing River, Strike, Leg Tap, Surging Strike, Torrent, Surging, Torrent, Surging, Glittering Thorns, Leg Taps, the Flick Flax, right there. I don't think there's anything else. I think we're in a good spot to let loose here now. So let's see. Salt wound. Son of a gun. I knew it. I was so close. Salt wound. Except I think there's only one copy in here, so I'm not worried. Soulbead, Torrent, Whirling Mist Blossom. Yeah. Torrent. Okay. Surging, Salts. We're probably not going to get through like this entire box. This is like entire 5,000 count box tonight or anything. It's probably going to start hurting after a while. I don't know if you've all had any issues whenever you start, you know, getting over the age of 30 and attempting to sort cards for a long period of time, but it hurts your shoulder, it hurts your back a little bit. It is not fun, but you gotta get the job done. That's what it's about. Yeah. Sitting wrong is just, it ruins your whole thing. How you doing, Josiah? Good to see ya. Yeah, I definitely am one of those things where like I want to get like at least a couple sets in so I can be like, okay, cool. But I know the set after after the HP1 stuff is going to be Monarch. I know that is going to be a problem because I have a lot of it here. So because I have a lot of it, it is going to take me significantly longer. Not to mention the fact that I'm pretty sure I have First Ed Monarch and Unlimited Monarch, which means that I would need to sort that out first to determine First Ed through the other stuff. Even though, like, I theoretically shouldn't. Like, it's not like it's going to really matter. But it's better in case somebody wants them. And I can just be like, okay, cool. Yeah, I do have this. Cool. Main deck all built out for tomorrow. Nice. 2 Saber Bloodsheds in all shelters, but it should be good. Okay for the army. Nice. There you go. I'm excited. I'm excited. Anytime I get to play against a Fang is a fun time. I'll be... You don't happen to have a Dyadic Carapace, do you, by chance? I would not imagine so, because it's a fairly expensive card, but I am trying to pick that up. I think it's the one card I'm missing from Vincent. Once I get that all taken care of, I should be good, but... Searing Shots... Bridge, Sick, Sleep... Salvage Shot, okay, so we're already screwing me over with this. Take aim, take cover... Sleep dart, headshot, Thick'em shot, headshot, salvage shot, sleep dart. Yeah, I think Dyadic Carapace is the one card I'm missing from my set deck. And then that's it. And then I'm pretty much all set at that point. I have all the culls, I have everything else. So I can just keep playing Vincent. I want to play, like, I have all the stuff for new, obviously, but like, oh my god, I don't know that I want to, How are you doing here? You're not a ranger card? You have some Japanese hunted bulk and some mythics that we want. Oh. I mean, yeah. Gotta kick yellow. But yeah, I mean, like, I like Japanese hunted bulk. That's probably really fun. Oh, my cat. Sweet little babies. Sweet little tiny babies. But yeah, I'm excited to play more Vincent. I stopped playing her for a little while because I wanted to focus directly on playing new. And then like I just kept like not having a great time playing, and I was like, okay, like I need to do something different. And then I bought like a whole bunch of stuff for Prism, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm excited. Like I haven't played an illusionist since Dromai, so like maybe she's gonna be one that I'm gonna really enjoy. But lo and behold, I don't know that I'm gonna like her. Like I've played a little bit of Prism, but nothing like in depth. Like I haven't gotten like a ton of crazy stuff, but I have like pretty much the entire deck. Okay, good here. Headshot. I also went to an anime convention last night. That was fun. Been a while since I've been to an anime convention, so I was happy I was able to go. I got to meet up with some of my old friends. And then like drank at the anime bar. So that was a fun time. And ended up staying late until like 1 a.m. or something. All right, let's see here. How much do we have left? Gosh, I don't know. I might. How is it? We've been live for an hour and 14 minutes. I might just take a break after. Maybe we'll take a break after HP1 is done, and I'll grab a coffee or something, and maybe we can play some Kalashar stuff. Or make some bulk decks for me to make. Blood Spill, Amplify, Meet and Greet. Meet and Greet, Amplify, Blood Spill. Spellblade Assault. Mauvrin Skies. Oh. Mauve, Oath, Bloodspell, Amplify, Sutcliffe, Meet and Greet. Oh. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I am feeling it Reduce to rune chance. Reduce. Okay, so we move this over here. Spellblade assaults. Okay, so this has just got to be what it is. Right? This number of cards. Got it. So oath. Mauve, reduce. Let's see here. Great. Gosh, I wish there was just a machine that was able to do all this for me that I didn't have to do on my own. That also didn't cost me an arm and a leg to operate. Okay. There should be about 10 cards per class, what I'm seeing. Cards per class. We're running out of space for this. We are running out. Pretty much done here with the rune blade stuff. That's all set. We go into warrior. Stroke. Here for sure. Blood, foresight. Driving blade, iron song sponge. Whoops. Warrior's valor. Overpower. UV. So boop. 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 Steel blade supremacy. So response, after blood. So many cards. Too many cards. Warrior's Valor, Overpower, Steel Blade Shunts, lots of Steel Blade Shunts. Nice. Golly. All right. All she wrote for that there. Just happy this is going to be one of the several like expansion slot or expansion sets that I will be fully organized. I no longer have to worry about that anymore. All right. Oh, come on. There's probably just like a couple more. Literally, that was it. Crazy as hell. Okay. Zap, Voltic Bolt, Reverberates, Aether Flare, Zap, Snapback. Snapback, Zap, Flare, Stir, the Aether Winds, Aether Spindle, Great Foresight, Scalding Rain, Voltic, Scalding, Snap, Spindle. Curious what card is missing from right here. Gotta be something. Okay. We are all set with all the classes. Now we're going to move into the generics. Get those all settled in. Okay. All set with this. Now it's just the most daunting part of the organization, the generics. Also the fact that I need to make room for things. Okay. The generics. I'm assuming Whispers, Sync, Pummel, Dates up here, Ravenous Rabble. You are Embolism, Slogism. I this. UVW. WUN will come to fight. Lock. Scar for a Scar. Digital Solace. Plunder Run. Arena's Prayer. Snatch. LMN. Wait, hold on. HIAKL. Wait a minute. Block. Bates. Energy Potion. Hit. Enchanted Melody. Enchanted. Yeah, I'm starting History Pack bulk right now. So we just finished some of the new. We're really only sorting the new bulk that I just got in, that Aiden gave me on Wednesday.